think you should.
That would be so sick, Max. Okay, guys. Hey, welcome. Oh, comment rejected. I got a comment rejected even though I'm the one who wrote it. Strange. Anyway, guys, we are back with some more Broken Sword after my my machine had an NVIDIA driver update that straight up tactical nuked it. Like, I'm talking like Obama administration attacked it with robotics, drone warfare. Anyway, let's jump into this. Let's see where the wind takes us. Okay, I'll pop this over here. Oh my gosh. Backing up my save was the greatest thing ever. It was so easy to do on Linux. Oh my god, I need to buy a new camera. Or I should just do what Beef did and like just put blue tack everywhere. Anyway, let's go in the chapel door.
Josh, the chapel looks like it's been built right into the rock.
You're right. We should take a look inside.
Yeah, that's our dear friend NVIDIA. I would love to get an AMD only build.
How old do you think the chapel is?
I'm guessing the exterior is a couple of 100 years old, but the inside, who knows? Some parts could be much older.
Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. We
You
sure
think
did.
somehow this chapel might be connected to the face in the rock?
At a guess, I would say so. Hey, look, it's Pearl and Dwayne.
Come on, honey bun. Things ain't that bad.
Is that the original voice actor?
You just don't understand. Today's been a disaster.
She's not the original Pearl, but he sounds like the original Dwayne.
Monastery was
Well, hi,
closed.
George.
We got stuck in the cable car, and now this place is a building site.
Aw, sweetie pie.
This was supposed to be the spiritual highlight of our trip, Dwayne. But the only spirit I see is that rotten turpentine over there.
Aw, heck.
Aw, heck. Touch my booty
Clearly,
hole.
the Hendersons weren't having a great vacation.
People probably just weren't available. Yeah, or probably asking for too much to come back.
It was an old crank handle. The crank handle was connected to the candelabra.
Oh, okay.
It was a stone carving showing a kneeling figure. The carving showed a figure in prayer. An empty, coffee-stained mug had been left by the altar.
Right, pick it up.
It was an empty
Bro,
mug.
you're George Stobart. Put it in your pocket this second.
A modern plaster altar had been built against the rock. I couldn't see anything unusual about it.
Apart from the fact that it's plaster built into rock.
A statue of the Madonna and Child watched over the chapel. The Black Madonna was clearly the focal point of the chapel.
Yeah, see, George? Come on, man.
A battered oil drum had been tucked into the scaffolding. The scaffolding was a little loose. Everything rattled. It made a surprisingly dulcet noise. That wouldn't have worked.
You don't know until you've tried, George. Do you know what I mean, guys? George needs to get on my
It produced a
level.
dull sound when I rapped my knuckle against it. It produced a dull sound.
Industrial grater. All this makes me think of is, have you ever seen the OG animated Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? And the turtle, when they're using the turtle's tummy shell, like the shell in his tummy, to clean the clothes.
It produced a dull sound.
Oh my gosh, we need to... I think we need to mimic the song that she's whistling, right? Bro, I don't have a musical ear. If that's the case, we're going to Google it,
The
because
scaffolding
I
was a little
can't
loose.
hear tones.
Everything rattled. It made a surprisingly dulcet noise.
Bro, George, come on, bro. Boom, 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 boom.
The hammer produced a promising sound. A. That sounded like an A. G.
Bro, people who can hear notes. Yeah, for sure. People who can hear notes blow my mind. Oh, that's a really nice G sound. How the fuck do you know that?
B, if I wasn't mistaken. That didn't sound right.
Whom? Me? I've been screened, and there is a negatare.
Wrong.
But if you're talking about people who can hear notes, like there are people who are just good at music. Like, I bet you anything, the bro Creed will be like, oh, that's a definitely a G minor.
A.
And I'm like, cool, bro. To me, that's just a sound being made.
It was rickety scaffolding cluttered with tools and supplies.
I see. I see.
G. B. A. Wrong.
So B,
B.
A,
A.
G.
G.
You know what's another one that blows my mind? When people are like, oh, that's definitely a southerly. So I don't know if you know this, but
That was
you
fun.
might actually need to get a life.
Pearl.
Shh, she doesn't want to be disturbed.
Great to see you again, Mr. Henderson.
Great to see you too, George. Great work back there with the cable car.
Is Pearl okay?
Pearl, are you aware you don't actually have a shape?
I'm afraid we're having one of those days where everything goes wrong.
Tell me about it.
Oh, yep, this wind's definitely a southerly. Oh, you can feel that northerly. Bro, if you keep saying that, you're going to feel my northerly. They're done? Okay, sick. Oh, hi, George.
What have you been up to since we last met in Quaramonte?
Well, there was that little sideshow in Rome, but we can't talk about that. You know why, George.
I do?
The sixth dungeon.
I do.
Why?
Because it was a sixth dungeon.
Need to know, Nico. Dwayne is, snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No way, honey. A snoozer's at least 2 pay grades up from a sleeper. So I hear. Anyway, I don't believe I've had the pleasure, Miss,
Nicole Collar. Call me Nico.
Well, how's about that? So this is the beautiful Nico. No
Dwayne's
wonder
never
you've
met
been hiding
Nico.
away from me, Georgie boy.
Gosh, no,
It's lovely to finally meet you too, Mr. Henderson. Georges has told me so much about you.
Oh, call me Dwayne, my dear. And let me assure you of one thing. Everything you've heard is quite possibly true.
Dwayne was loud, large, and short-sighted, but boy was he a charmer.
Yeah, so when Dwayne blew up the poo in South America, Nico wasn't there. She was with the sleazy guy, El Presidente's son. In the first game, Nico never came to Syria. In 3, where was Dwayne in 3? Where was Dwayne in 3? Guys, does anybody remember where Dwayne was in 3? Anyway, in 4 he was in the sex dungeon with the bathhouse. He was in the bathhouse above the sex dungeon. Nah, that was 4. 4 was the sex dungeon. I don't remember where he was in 3. Hang on. Well, I might not want to open that manga on stream. Broken sword, sleeping dragon, rain. Dean Henderson. An angel of death. They're in Quadamante. Turns out the fertilizer. Oh, I don't think Dwayne is in 3. Bro, I don't think Dwayne is in 3. Wow, wild. Because I was like, how am I forgetting Dwayne? There's no way I would forget Dwayne. He's the man. And very clearly works for the American government. My theory has always been he spies on George to make sure that he doesn't he can uncover the big secret, but there's an even bigger secret the government doesn't want getting out. And Dwayne helps them keep it hush hush. Well, hi, George. Before or after dying?
Is there anything we can do for Pearl?
I sure as hell hope so, George. She's been planning and researching this trip for years. Our little pilgrimage. And Santa Cova Chapel here was the cherry on the cake. Not a thing she don't know about this place. Madonna, blah, blah, blah. Chapel built in, yada, yada, yada. She's Santa
Oh,
Cova's
you're
very
saying
own walking
Dwayne's there to look
encyclopedia.
after George
Well,
on behalf of his dad. I like that.
I should say.
That's a cool fan theory. Oh my gosh. I'm totally buying a new webcam. This is driving me fucking bananas.
So what brings you to Santa Cova?
Pearl's idea from the get-go. Ever since the unfortunate car accident back home, she's been scouring those pilgrimage brochures. Gotta be full of wonder and life-changing imagery. Got to have penance potential. Got to offer a real spiritual experience.
Well, I'm sure this place will be very spiritual once it's finished.
Well done, George.
If the chapel is not what she expected, how about the monastery?
Hot dog, no. That place is for tourists, not pilgrims.
You said she expected a spiritual experience?
No, that's what the brochure promised. Pilgrimages, little monk fellas,
Little
singing, shafts of light, the whole shebang.
Smells, bells, and heavenly lights.
Yeah, That's what the lady wanted. Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me.
You know, Pearl never struck me as the crybaby type,
There,
if I'm being
dear.
honest. I
Pearl
always
could
thought she
be
was a
lot
hard
of
ass.
information about the chapel, if we could just cheer her up.
No, I think we need to make her whistle. But I don't know music, so we're just going to Google it.
The view over the valley was spectacular. The view over the valley was spectacular.
I'm going to tell you right now, I know that exact feeling. Bro. I do not miss carbs, man.
That wouldn't work.
Why? Ooh, Mr. Stobart.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Okay, George. Look, I don't want to be rude, but I think I might actually hate you now. But with love. Hateful love. The candelabra.
I lit the candles on the candelabra.
Right, hang on, George. You're going to have to run that back.
I didn't think a red filter was the answer here.
To the hammer again.
That wasn't worth trying.
Kia ora. It's him and the Black
I
Madonna.
decided to exhaust my other options before I started smashing up religious artifacts.
Wood shavings.
My mother always said cleanliness is next to godliness.
Was that before or
It
after
was
your
a
dad died?
handful of aromatic sandalwood shavings.
Okay.
I put the shavings in the mug. That wouldn't have worked. I lit the shavings. They smelled not completely unlike sandalwood. The shavings were slowly burning inside the mug.
Hello, Ashton Bieber. Como nos dimos mamos. Okay, so she's whistling a ditty. Nico, do you know what she's whistling a ditty?
Hey, Nico. So what did you mean by smells, bells, and heavenly lights?
I'm talking about the authentic church experience.
Oh, I see. Smells, bells, and heavenly lights. Any idea how old the chapel is?
Old.
That's what I asked you.
So we basically don't know anything.
That's the long and short of it, George.
Hi, Bobbit.
Poor
Georgia.
girl.
Whoa,
She's
everybody
in quite a
hashtag with
state.
Bob.
If we're going to find the tabula, her knowledge is key.
So, all our hopes are pinned on an American tourist.
I pin my hopes on an American tourist all the time.
Oh, that's cool, Nico. Hey, Bobby, how much was the dinosaur gift? I'm just going to have a look. So, Bob, I'm going to blow your mind. There's a... Oh, the gift has expired. Never mind, Bob. I'm going to shut the fuck up. There was a way cheaper gift earlier. Like, I'm saying it was cheap, bro. But it's gone now. I was going to save you some money. But thank you nonetheless.
Got any ideas for smells?
Have you found any incense? Church smells don't get much more attention.
50
than
bars
incense.
for 7,000. So that means when you spent your dinosaur gift, which is 300 bars, that would have been way more.
I found a statue over there. A black Madonna.
Great. What did you find out about it?
Yeah, unfortunately, that was pretty good.
That's not-
It's the past now.
Well, it's not a lot to go on.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to wait for it to whistle, right, so I can see what it says. Oh, did we just die? The stream just die? No, we're back. Oh, it's Dwayne whistling.
He was trying to comfort Pearl, who was in quite a state.
Dwayne, what are you whistling? Well, hi, George. I'm Dwayne from Broken Sword 1.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, George.
What are you whistling? Oh,
Hey,
yo.
that tune you were whistling earlier, it sounded familiar.
Oh, it's Schubert's Ave Maria. In our courting days, me and Pearl used to hang out with the Campanology Society. It was Pearl's favorite.
The fuck is campanology?
Did you see the Black Madonna?
Oh, you betcha. She's the little lady we came to see, though Pearl's in too much of a state to even look at her.
Pearl, I don't want to be rude, but your fake crying is
What
annoying
can you
me.
tell me about Santa Cova?
Well, Pearl's the expert, not me. She knows everything there is to know about this chapel.
How's Pearl doing?
She's pretty upset, George.
Well, maybe she just needs a hug.
Is that the best you got? The last time she was in a mood like this, I tried the old hug routine.
Didn't go well?
I still have the scars, not just the mental ones.
Hmm. Okay, sounds like she might be in desperate need
How you
of
holding up?
our dear friend help.
Me? Oh, I'm fine.
I'm
Pearl,
fine,
on the other
George.
hand,
Bro, I wish they would have told me how itchy minoxidil makes your hair.
I knew he wouldn't be interested.
Cry.wave.
I was sure he didn't want to see it. I didn't think Dwayne had anything to add.
Bro, George, you used to show people crazy shit. Do you remember when you used to show everybody their dirty, bloody hanky? I remember.
Good thing we had the radio.
in my line of work, I'm always prepared.
For what?
Well, thieves. I gotta protect my lunchbox somehow, George.
I knew he wouldn't be interested. Dwayne, know anything about this?
Mm-mm.
Sorry, George, I don't.
Dwayne knocks us
He
out.
wouldn't want to see it.
Everybody's under arrest, except for Pearl,
Probably
obviously.
wouldn't care. He wouldn't want to see it.
Bro, Dwayne clearly works for the CIA. Show him all your shit.
I didn't think he'd be interested.
Oh, monsieur, that is
He
disgusting.
wouldn't want to see it. Do you think these flowers might cheer Pearl up?
That's a lovely thought, George. But she's allergic.
I knew he wouldn't be interested. I didn't think Dwayne had anything to add. I didn't think he'd be interested.
Bro, come on, George. Cuz, okay, future gaming. When you make Broken Sword 6, you've got to grey out all the options George isn't going to talk to the person about. Just like, please.
I knew he wouldn't be interested.
What about
I
Odes
thought maybe
Roulette?
a squirt of Brett might cheer her up.
Very considerate of you, George, but Pearl prefers a flowery scent. Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me. There,
Bro,
you-
Dwayne smoothly moved out of that, eh? He was like, boom, 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 boom. It's after midnight. Okay, we need to do Ave Maria. So I'm going to Google it because I have no idea. Broken Sword Ave Maria. How to do the Ave Maria puzzle. Oh, yeah, you reckon chuck the flowers in the mug? I respect that.
I put the flowers in the mug.
Clever girl. candles. So, bro, just give me the fucking answer. Oh, nothing is worse than them going, this is the musical notes you need to play. Cuz I don't know musical notes. Please, I'll do anything. Thank you. Thank you, Nickels. Oh my god, how do I fucking... Bro, please, someone give me just the answer. I'm gonna look up a YouTube video. Because her rural internet doesn't support you now. Exactly, 100%. So we're gonna go to YouTube right fucking now. I'm opening YouTube this second. Broken sword. 5. Ave Mar- Oh my gosh, it's the top search. Yeah, exactly.
I poured the turpentine into the paint can. The hammer produced a promising sound. An F sharp.
What are you up to?
Look, I made a Churchenspiel.
Okay, cool. This is easy peasy then. Alright, so we've got to, guys. Thank you, YouTube. No, you've got to come over to you now. DC. You now's our main squeeze.
G. F sharp. G. B. A. G. I had it. It was the tune Dwayne was humming.
Josh, that's Ave Maria. Let me have a go.
Yep. As Nico what the fuck? We didn't, what the fuck? Okay, do you know what? It's broken sword. I'm just gonna accept this.
Wow. You really nailed that, Nico.
Mm.
Yep, this mop really is pretty special. Leave this to me.
Nico. Yeah, I know, right? She knew the whole time.
Mix the shavings with the flowers. Potpourri. Grandma would have been proud. The mug contained potpourri, made by yours truly.
What show is it where I thought, or it might be film where the guy starts eating the potpourri? What is this? It's delicious. It's potpourri.
I sprayed Brett onto my experimental potpourri. 1 sniff would kill a man for sure. 2 might kill a woman. I lit the scented shavings. A sweet aroma started to fill the room.
Yeah, what was it? Hey, George.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, George.
What were you whistling?
Oh,
Maybe this.
okay, maybe I should just talk to Pearl directly. George, I told you to stop fucking talking to Pearl. Dwayne. Bro, if you're gonna wear long socks like that, can you at least wear pants?
Pearl.
Shh. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
Hi, Dwayne.
Dwayne, look, I love
Hey,
you to
George.
bits, bro, but like, I thought I did.
There.
Oh, bro, Dwayne, please, you're taking like 100 years to do speech. Okay? He doesn't get cold knees. Okay, we've got the potpourri going. We've got Black Madonna.
The Black Madonna was clearly the focal point of the chapel. The building in the ring depicted the town of Saint Ramon. The buildings in the ring represented Girona. Father Simeon had claimed that the symbol represented the Tabula Veritatis.
No, I think you'll find he said the Tabula Veritatis because he had one of the sickest voices in video games. Nico.
Hey, Nico.
What's going on? I woke up in the morning and I asked myself. Oh, my internet's just died. What on earth? Hello? I wake up in the morning and I ask myself. Why does the Ethernet on my computer constantly die? Oh, please reconnect. Why does the Ethernet on my computer constantly die? Are we back? No, please, no, I'm here. I'm here. Come on, G. I'm fucking here. Am I back? I don't know why my Ethernet always dies on my fucking computer. I hate it. Okay, we're back? Yeah? Yeah. I'm so sick of this shit. Do you know what I think? I think I need to buy a new Ethernet cable. It's the only thing I haven't changed, is my Ethernet cable. It was dead on Twitch too, just by the by. The Ethernet on my computer died. Okay.
How come your Ave Maria sounds so much better than mine?
Catholic upbringing.
What do you think of the incense?
That smells amazing.
I made it myself.
Ever considered a career change?
Hey, you're right. I could open a new age shop, sell incense burners and potpourri.
I was thinking more along the lines of a ye olde Georgie shoppy. Knitted sweaters, cloth caps, and shaving soap.
You sure know how to bring a guy's dreams crashing down, Nico.
Nico's just built different.
What should I do about the lights?
I don't know. But the Black Madonna is the most exceptional relic here. Maybe we could highlight her somehow.
Oh, okay.
Poor Pearl.
To find the chapel in this state, especially after so much research.
Hey, do you think she might know what the rock face means?
Maybe, but we're not going to get anything out of her in this state.
Bust out the ring lights.
I found a statue over there. A Black Madonna.
Great! What did you find out about it?
That's all I got.
Well, it's not a lot to go on.
What do you think of this place?
If I were an estate agent, I'd say...
It's got potential?
right.
I need to fucking discover what's doing this. This is driving me insane. Hang on, guys. Oh, come on. Are we back? This is so infuriating. Are we back? Oh, we're back. This is really fucking frustrating, man. And then he calls saying praise. Okay, we're just going to get this chat for a bit. We're just going to have this chat for a wee bit until the other chat comes back. When the other chat comes back, it will start overlaying the current chat. Just let me know when that happens. Okay, guys? We need another product, man. But also at the same time, I need a... Oh, you're back. It worked immediately. Wait. It's back. Hello, chat. Oh, wow. It's only back for Twitch. Ha! It's only back for Twitch. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to go unfuck chat. And move it to like here. Now we can see Twitch. Cool. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys. I need to fix the lights, apparently.
I rested the side mirror precariously on the candelabra.
Oh, sweet. Chat's fixed. Chat's working now. And now I just need to fix robot lady. Oh shit! It fell. Okay, what do we put it with?
I rested the side mirror precariously on the candelabra.
Good old blue tack. Yarn.
I secured the mirror in place with some yarn. That should do the trick.
Yarn just right next to, a naked flame. Yarn's wool, right? Is it just what Americans call wool?
Now that was something. The light from the candelabra spilled over the Black Madonna like waves of spiritual goodness in candle form.
George is just pulling that completely out of his ass. Thank you for that, Max.
Oh my!
What?
Girl, how do you have eyes in the back of your head?
Sound of angels, the lights of heaven, the smell of piety, and
Yes.
the Madonna, I do believe. Tears. She's crying, Dwayne. The Madonna's crying.
Whenever I hear Ave Maria, I think of the beef and I,
Wrong side of the
and
road. Not my fault.
um,
The broken
when
leg.
Tristan's original voice actor dies in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Flame.
And may an army of angels guide thee to thy rest.
Poor Jenny.
Oh, Pearl, my precious.
Hitman
You're
games.
such a sensitive soul.
Well, now that's done. I feel my soul's floating on air. We can get on with our pilgrimage, Dwayne.
Just another 1,000 clicks to go.
Pearl was back to her usual cheery self.
Cool. All right, sweet. Let's save. Pearl, I need information. Bing! Information.
Mrs. Henderson.
You're all going to die.
George, dear boy.
How you feeling?
Oh, just fine, thank you. I have just seen a miracle, George. It's all gonna be all right from now.
I'm sure it is, Mrs. Henderson. I'm sure it is. So, Pearl, what have you been up to since we last met?
Well, George, I've been on a journey.
Oh, really? Well, what kind of journey?
A spiritual one. A journey along the road to enlightenment.
Wow. And is that what brought you here?
It is. Though Santa Cova is but one step on that road.
What's so special about Santa Cova?
It's an ancient and
I am
very
so tired.
holy place. I've spent the last year researching it, and I can truly say there is nothing I do not know about it.
I
Oh,
don't
okay.
suppose you'd know anything about that rock out there?
No, only that for 1,000 years, people have claimed to see a face in its shapes.
Pearl, if you use these things called the human eye, you can see there are faces in the rocks.
Still, keeping busy, Dwayne?
Like the man said, George, that old kaleidoscope keeps getting shaken, and the pieces are ever in flux.
Guess it's your job to pick 'em up, huh?
Well, somebody has to do it, compadre.
I enjoyed talking to Dwayne, but I was rarely any the wiser afterwards.
And that's kind of the point.
What can you tell me about the statue?
I read that the Black Madonna has been here since the 9th century. She's called the Virgin of Montserrat. Some say the original was moved to the cathedral. But Dwayne and I know that's just a bluff, don't we, honey?
We sure do. This one is the real McCoy.
Hey, Pearl, take a sniff of this.
Takes me back to Dwayne in his frat house days.
I didn't think he'd be interested. I knew he wouldn't be interested.
George, you are talking to Pearl, right?
I was sure he didn't. So, this ball of yarn, what do you think?
I think you're a lucky man to have it, George. Keep it.
He wouldn't want to see it. Take a look at these papers.
That document has the Vatican seal on it. Ooh, you better keep it safe, honey. I bet there's some people who would love to get their hands on it.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, George has seen and done some shit in
What
his
do you
life.
make of this?
George killed a dragon. In the one game where you guys weren't there to help him.
It looks like an Ouroboros.
Oh, you recognize it? Let me show you something else. Can you tell me anything about this painting?
Oh, nothing, dear. Apart from the obvious Gnostic connotations, of course.
Wait, Pearl, how much do you know?
No. The Dominicans. All those Gnostic saints. Doubting Thomas, Judas. And you see the woman in the red cloak? The infamous Mary Magdalene herself.
A lady in red.
That's enough now, Dwayne. You know my feelings about her.
Pearl knew her Gnostic onions, all right.
Gnostic
There's
onions?
The Ouroboros, of course.
Something special about it?
Well, if I remember rightly, there was an Ouroboros right here in this chapel. Back in the 30s and 40s, the chapel was renovated. The workmen uncovered numerous symbols carved in the rock. Amongst them was a fine Ouroboros.
But that's amazing. So, where is it?
Oh, it's not there now.
Oh,
It was considered blasphemous, so they plastered over it. Sweetheart, I think it's time for us to go. The road to enlightenment waits for no woman.
'Tis the pilgrim's lot, George.
It was so nice to see
Now, hang on, Pearl.
you
There's shit I want to talk to you about.
and meet your girlfriend.
We're not.
Take this radio, Nico. Never know when you might need it. Keep an eye on our boy George here.
Bro, Dwayne 100% actually works for the CIA.
Don't worry, this little lamb's in safe hands. Bon voyage.
Bye-bye, dears.
I love the term bon voyage. Good voyage. It's like, you know, safe travels.
Nico, don't even start.
Little lamb?
Let's focus on the task in hand, shall we? Okay, this Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned.
You're right. We need to find it.
Do you think Broken Sword works on a sliding timeline? Like, you know, in the Marvel comics, there's a sliding timeline where they're like, where all the events are still canon, but they happened in like a different decade. So, for instance, Captain America, you know, Captain America was just around in the 1960s, and then when the like 70s and 80s came along, they changed it so that he was like asleep after World War II, but the events still like happened after he woke up. Then you've got like the X-Men where all the stuff still happened, but it actually happened in the 90s as opposed to the 1960s. So I wonder if Broken Sword is a sliding timeline.
I hoped this was the right thing to do.
George, I pray for you.
Hey, Nico, I found the Ouroboros.
George, I've been trying to do that since we picked up the hammer.
So what now?
Pearl was right. The plaster had covered an Ouroboros.
Yeah, so basically everything in Broken Swords happened, but instead of happening in 1992, it's happened in like 2012 or whatever.
The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall. I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened.
Yeah, put the medallion in the Ouroboros.
The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall.
George, I don't want to be rude, but I think I might
Why didn't
actually
that
hate you
Kez
as a
want his
person.
medallion back?
Yeah.
A modern plaster altar had been built against the rock.
George, grab the medallion and stick it in the Ouroboros.
The medallion matched the Ouroboros in the wall. I pulled the Ouroboros, but it wouldn't budge.
Yeah.
I couldn't see anything unusual about it.
Couldn't you? You couldn't see that this goes in there, George? Okay. All right. Hammer time.
I'd already found the Ouroboros. There was no need to damage any more of the chapel.
George, I'm about to damage your chapel.
Hobbs had sketched the face he'd discovered in La Malediccio. I'm sure, like me, he thought it was a portrait of a person rather than a lump of rock.
Hey, Nico.
Nico? Got any ideas?
If the Ouroboros represents hidden knowledge, maybe there's something else we need to do before it's revealed.
Oh,
How do you like my lights, Nico?
They look heavenly, Georges.
How come your Ave Maria sounds so much better than mine?
Catholic upbringing.
I can't interact with it. I can put the yarn in here,
It
though.
didn't work. They didn't go together. They didn't go together. It was a radio.
Okay, cool, George. George, there's something else you need to reveal. George, you just put like a live
It
candle in
was
your
an
pocket.
ordinary candle in a colored glass.
Yeah, like, so, okay, George, you know what? I'm not even going to question it.
I didn't want to set my pants on fire. It was an ordinary candle in a colored glass.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be pointless.
George, you're pointless. Do you think about that?
That wasn't worth trying. That would be pointless.
Okay, George. Okay. George, I'm really starting to lose my
A
patience with
modern
you.
plaster altar had been built against the rock.
Okay, guys, I'm really thirsty. I'll be right back. Just BRB. Oh! Okay, that's amazing because she's sitting on a like gold mine of money. Can I put the candle in the candelabra? I can't actually touch the candelabra or
crank
crank anymore. It's a crank candle.
That wouldn't have worked.
That wouldn't have worked, even though it did all before. That's actually so sick, little Bob. Anyway, on BRB, actually reminds me, a certain somebody, won't name their name, but they're in chat, has original print Phantom comics. That's a lot of money, G. Anyway, BRB. The Phantom, I think, is from the 20s, bro. I'm pretty certain it predates DC. By like a considerable margin. Because it's like The Spirit was another one. My dad used to read The Spirit. Yeah, I also know somebody who has original print Judge Dreads. Original print Judge Dreads. Ooh. I am the law. I'm pretty certain it was. I'm pretty certain The Spirit was a radio show first. Before becoming what they call them, pulp comics.
A carving of a kneeling figure praying to the Madonna. We couldn't leave now, not when we were so close to finding the tabula. The Black Madonna was clearly the focal point of the chapel.
George, I'm about to make you the focal point in this chapel if you don't. Put the Ouroboros in the Ouroboros hole.
I held the medallion against the Ouroboros. Nothing happened.
Okay, we're making progress. George actually tried this time, and he said, jack shit happened.
Why didn't Marquez want his medallion?
Oh, bro, right? I've been thinking about that myself. I'm actually the bad guy, George. Yeah, look, if you actually turn out to be the bad guy, oh, thank you, my honeybee. Everybody hashtag Viggy Viggy.
I already had a candle.
Okay.
That wasn't worth trying.
George, look, you're not worth trying.
The view over the valley was spectacular.
Alright, guys, it's that sparkling water. You know what's really weird? You know what? I want like a week off work where I'm not sick and I'm just hanging out with my daughter.
It was a selection of tools.
Bro, George, did
It
you
was a
ever think that you're a
selection
selection
of
of tools? Yeah, that's right. I said it. Why do I have like... My fingers are like covered in cobwebs. Like real gross. Where did the cobwebs come from? Were they on my water bottle? Were there cobwebs on my water bottle? Oh, am I drinking like spider eggs right now? Spider eggs.
Lots and lots of candles.
Mm-mm. Hey, Lisa Bidot, how are we? Thank you for the invite. Everybody hashtag Lisa B. Doyle. Everybody hashtag... Whoa! Everybody hashtag Lisa B. Doyle. Yeah, I am.
I couldn't see anything unusual about it.
Oh, what the fuck? Yo. Thank you very much, Lisa. Did you just drop another one of those? That's cray cray. How you been? Thank you very much, Lisa. Yeah, I wonder because there's a stone carving.
kneeling figure praying to the Madonna.
Okay, Nico, hook a brother up. I need help.
Nico?
Nico, do you love how you're not helpful at all?
Got any
And-
ideas?
If the Ouroboros
Oh, bro, I'm about to represent your hidden knowledge, my bro.
I found a statue over there. A Black Madonna.
Great! What did you find out about it?
Uh, that's all I got.
Well, it's not a lot to go on.
George, you're amazing. Actually, I used to ask this every single stream, and I've gotten a bit piss poor at it, so I'm going to ask now. How was everybody's day?
They smelt exotic. That wouldn't make any sense.
George, come on.
That wouldn't work.
What am I supposed to do? Now, what's that Michael Jackson song? What have you done? Fucking yeah. What have you done? Fucking yeah.
That wasn't worth trying.
I've had one of the busiest days in my entire career. So I got up at like 3 p.m, a whole hour before I'm supposed to finish, and I just left the building. I was like, I'm done. Amazing. What have you done? Shimona. Are you running Echo S? Come on, what am I supposed to do? I'm getting to a point where I just want to Google it. But we can do it, guys. I touched the Ouroboros.
I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened.
Unseen knowledge.
Marquez had circled one of the figures in the tower and identified her as Magdalena. That had to mean... Marquez had circled one... I wondered if he... Back in Bible class, Judas was definitely one of the bad guys. Marquez had scribbled the word sons across the photograph. I wonder what he meant.
You should join the Discord, bro.
The Black Madonna was clearly the focal point of the chapel. Nope, I needed to try something else. I needed a better idea.
What's the better idea?
The first passage read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life." I wondered what it all meant.
George, this is the puzzle we already figured out. This one here, this puzzle.
So the statues on the fireplace mirrored the ritual. Only a true Gnostic would know that. Or someone who had it explained in an old Vatican manuscript taken from a dead priest.
What about the second passage?
The second passage read, "And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue and that the light of life is green. For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure." Knowledge is blue and life is green. Well, that was good to know. I wondered what color was the light of man.
Red.
The third passage read, "Pure light, white light, pure light will win." So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. Interesting. There was more about light, and somehow the Tabula Veritatis had a connection. Simeon would have known what it all meant, but unfortunately, Simeon was dead.
Bro, we needed Simeon so bad, and he had to go ahead and die.
The note was written in Latin from the vice prefect of the Vatican Archive. It said that the attached scan contained the only information the Vatican had on the Tabula Veritatis.
Hey, actually, George, why aren't you calling a favor in from the Vatican? You literally saved the world under the Vatican last game. Surely you can be like, hey, Vatican, some real heinous church shit's going down. Can you come help me out? George, I can't. I am stuck in the sex dungeon right now in the bathhouse. You remember? Remember when you pointed my boyfriend's back, George, using the candle, and he knocked you clean out with the fucking bed, George? You remember, George? I remember. Yours sincerely, a Pope Benedici. George, I have seen some shit, George. Guys, does anybody have any ideas? Because I am so tempted to El Google Dente.
The view over the valley was spectacular.
Bro, George, are you the view under the belly?
The view...
Oh, bro, George, come on, please. What have you done? Yo, actually, Lisa, are you still here? Or did you just drop the coolest gif and leave? What have you done? Yeah. And then he calls us singing the same thing. What have you done?
The candlelight was dancing on the Black Madonna. Now that was one heavenly sight. The wall here was made of bare rock. It looked like the chapel had been built right into it. It was a wall of rock. That wouldn't work.
Oh, it's just a wall of rock. Oh my god! Oh, this is just it's just a glitch. I thought this would be like a sick ass new place to go, but it's just a glitch. I have an idea. The Veritatis. Bro, we've been playing this game for 38 hours. Are you for real? George, this is the Veritatis.
That wouldn't make...
George, you don't know until you try.
The medallion Marquez's father wore looked identical to the one I found in Paris. It was strange that Marquez didn't want it back.
Bro, it was real weird. Oh, bro, actually, that's a good point, Roach friend.
That was almost...
Okay, we're just going to chuck everything in it.
I'd already found the Ouroboros. There was no need to damage any more of the chapel.
George, I don't know if you know this, but right there and then, I thought some real shit was about to go down. You let me right down. I was like, yeah, boy.
That wouldn't work. Father Simeon had claimed that the symbol represented the Tabula Veritatis.
Yeah, he sure did.
What I thought was just a face was actually a natural rock formation. I wondered if the tabula could be hidden somewhere near it. A large Ouroboros dominated the center of the painting. Before he was killed, Simeon had said that the tree inside the Ouroboros represented hidden Gnostic knowledge. And here it was, a whole new image inside the snake. Hobbes had uncovered it, but now he was dead. It depicted the town of Berga on the trail of the Bonzom. The castle gate signified the mountain fortress of Montségur. The building in the ring depicted the town of Saint-Ramon. It was a tower of tormented souls. They looked like the damned. The priest was Saint Ramon. The dog-headed monk was a visual pun. Dominican, Dominicanus, in Latin, the hounds of God. It was a castle of saints, Castel de Saints, in Catalonian. The figure of Lucifer watched over the landscape. Simeon's warning about devil worship still rang in my ears. The youthful figure held a glowing blue orb in his hand.
Okay, so I'm starting to get like Simeon didn't actually know what he was talking about because how they revere Lucifer isn't that Lucifer is the devil.
It was Jehovah, or at least the Gnostic version of Jehovah. The orb in the old man's hand glowed with a green light. Father Simeon had claimed that the symbol represented. Father Simeon had claimed. Father Simeon had. Father Simeon had. I pulled the Ouroboros, but it wouldn't budge. That wouldn't work. I held the medallion against the Ouroboros. Nothing happened. That was
Right, do you know what?
that
I wish it was.
that was Nope. I needed to. That was that would be that was almost
How did you walk over?
that would be point.
Okay, George, we're going to try everything in our
That-
power.
I decided that w-
Trevor on the wall.
that was all
Okay, never mind then.
that the Black Madonna that would
No, George, I want to interact with the bloody shit you've got.
nope. That would that wouldn't work.
Ah!
There was a recess in the wall with a Latin word carved above it. Puritas, purity. I'd seen that word before somewhere. It was a recess. Father Simeon had... The figure was pointing up the city. It was a recess in the rock with Puritas carved above it. That would be... That was... What was that noise?
I only got one match left.
I held the medallion against the Ouroboros. Nothing happened. I knew it. Another secret passageway.
Amazing, Charles. How did you do it?
Just another case of the old Stobart magic, I guess, Nico. It looks a little dark in there.
Are you scared, Charles?
Of course not.
Ah!
Just worried about you tripping. That's all.
Oh. One short and very dark climb later.
Whoa, this is one dark cave.
It's
Bro,
the
that was
door
some
that
pixel
worries me,
perfect
Charles.
shit.
Well, I'm sure the door will open again if we give it a minute. No need to panic.
About a minute later.
Now we panic. Help!
Bro, George, just go.
I gotta say, Nico, you're pretty calm about this.
Traveling with you, George, I've got used to this kind of thing. If I panicked every time a door shut behind us, probably forever, well,
You're right. What was I thinking? You
Yeah,
see if
not
you can get the
4K,
door open,
yeah.
and I'll go check out the dark, evil-smelling cave. Fumbling around in the dark wasn't going to be fun. But heck, I'd spent a lifetime doing it, so what was new?
George, you have a phone.
It was my phone, mankind's most treasured possession.
George, use the phone as a flashlight.
I didn't want to use my last match until I absolutely needed to. The wall felt like it had something carved into it. It was stone with a recess in it and, an oily liquid in it. There was some kind of thin twine in the middle of it, too. Hey, Nico, I think I found some light.
Oh, shit.
it must be Ganon. Ramon said he disappeared while searching the mountains for the tabula.
So this is where he ended up, dead in a cave. And on closer inspection, I'd even say blown your own brains out dead.
Okay, George, I get the point. What is this place?
Who knows? But look at the Gnostic symbols.
You're right. The colors, the trees. But who is she?
Mary Magdalene.
It looks like the Virgin Mary.
Oh, the Virgin Mary.
I don't think it is.
What do you mean?
The red robes and that whole off-the-shoulder look? It must be Mary Magdalene, of course. Marquez told me that the Gnostics revered her. This place, it's some kind of Gnostic shrine.
Yeah, hey, straight up, Mac.
There's got to be something to release that door. Maybe amongst these carvings.
But
Becoming a
if it was
fan.
that obvious,
Been
don't you
on?
think Ganon
Well
would
done.
have found it?
I think Ganon found an answer he didn't want and killed himself.
Ganon had certainly been busy before he blew his brains out. I wonder what he'd been up to. Nico,
What?
is this what I think it is? It must be the Tabula Veritatis.
So Ganon did find it.
It's so small, so innocent looking. Why would Simeon call it evil? Why
'Cause it
so many deaths?
Clearly looks
And why
satanic.
go to such lengths to keep
Why
it
would
hidden?
anybody call this clearly satanic image
Genuine
satanic?
beliefs Simeon claimed.
I don't know,
Question
Josh.
now is, what do we do with it?
Nico, this is clearly
It was
satanic.
an old flashlight. It looked like it died around the same time as Ganon. It was an old water canteen. The contents had long since been drunk. Oil in the bowl of the lamp fed a wick, illuminating the room with a warm glow. The photograph was of an ancient clay tablet. Ganon had written on it. Someone, presumably Ganon, had taken the time to translate the inscription. At a glance, the inscription seemed to relate to the exploits of someone called the Sun King. The symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis. If the translation is right, the symbol La-On represents the Sun King. If the rest of the translation is anything to go by, sounds like he was
I think
badass
so.
in his time. Apparently, the symbol Ib-On-Shi meant 3 kingdoms. Shi translates as Mountain Kingdom. Ganon had marked this symbol with the letter B. If Ganon's translation is correct, the symbol La-Ha-Shi represents the Sun City region. Ganon had marked this symbol in red with the letter A. Du-A-Shi apparently means the Two River region.
This is really early European languages. So du it becomes du in French and dus in Spanish.
The symbol Ku-Is-I was translated as people, travel, look. Some kind of prehistoric tourists? It looks like ku-u is the symbol for the tabula veritatis in this language. The symbol G-ip-ku meant ending enemy people. I'd guess that means poking people with pointy sticks rather than kissing and making up. If Ganon's translation is correct, the symbol ka-ip-ha means burning enemy cities. Whoever this Sun King guy was, he certainly had a point to prove. Ganon had translated this symbol, du-u, as 4 victories. If Ganon's translation is correct, the symbol la-ji-shi represents the Sunset Mountain. Sounds like a theme park ride. Ganon had translated this glyph, ah-shu, as Blood River. Doesn't sound like a vacation spot.
Ah, shoo.
The symbol Zhu-ha was translated as the Young Cities. Ganon had marked this symbol with the letter E. If Ganon's translation is correct, the symbol Ip-lu-ap means enemy god house. Probably the temple of some rival deity?
So is this a religion that's like way older than the
The
Bible?
symbol La-on-I meant the Sun King looked. Si-ip-ju was translated as the Gardens of Enemy Dead. According to Ganon's translation, this symbol is I-ju-lu, which means witnessing the start of Godhead.
I think we need to do it in that order, right? So, sun rising, cowboy hat, an F falling over a fence, a Dalek, and a cat.
I prized the map out from under the arm of the corpse. It looked like Ganon had scrawled some kind of last testament onto this map. My friends, I know that you will eventually find me, but by then it will be too late.
Your friends did
I
not
have
find you.
decoded the tabula, and I know our destiny lies in paradise. The key to the power of God is in our hands. I die secure in the knowledge that you will now be able to complete my work. Tell my family that I died doing my duty, that I surrender my life gladly to the cause. In the light of the day, these words will fade, like our souls. But rest assured that when they do, their echoes will guide us to where we will meet once again. I'm not sure, but it looks like crafty old Ganon left a secret message in his testament.
Oh, yeah, he did. A B D A B C D E. He's telling us where they are. That's what this is. The Sun King does something.
I picked up the old gun. It was too corroded and rusty to ever be fired again.
How? It's in a. There's no moisture here. How did it corrode?
It was a fedora, just like the one in Ganon's trunk back at the Castell. The years hadn't been kind to it.
I'm confused as to how all this stuff rotted. There's no moisture.
There were ancient scratches on the plinth, as if someone had moved the statue. I'm sure that this is Mary Magdalene.
The red robes. It all makes sense. The Madonna would be wearing blue. So, who's the child?
Well, according to the Gnostic Gospels, when Mary kissed the lips of Jesus, she,
Oh, I see.
Yep,
So the Gnostics think that the suckling child is...
I guess so.
So what? Did he kiss her lips?
I gave the statue a push, and it turned anti-clockwise. I gave the statue another shove.
Well, that definitely achieved something.
The pillar had been sculpted into a tree and then painted blue. I knew it was supposed to be the tree of knowledge. The pillar had been carved into the shape of a tree and painted green. I knew it represented the tree of
Mastinian.
life. Blue paint was peeling from the carved figure. I wondered if it was an image of Lucifer. The carved figure had once been green. I wondered if
It's
it was
still
a
green.
representation of Jehovah.
Well, okay, it's faded green, but
A group of figures looked up towards the tabula. They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before. A large carving of the tabula veritatis symbol. All the other figures in the scene seemed to be supplicating themselves to it.
yeah, you saw it in this. It's
So
here.
the statues on the fireplace mirrored the ritual. Or
Okay, pure light, white light, pure light will win. But thus the light of Eden, both blue and green, is intertwined with the light of man to become pure.
a large... That was never... That would be pointless.
Why? There's a big, huge circle there.
That... Red-robed and bare-chested, the statue was nothing if not striking. The figure was facing straight towards me. I gave the statue another shove.
Yeah.
Red-robed and bare-chested, the figure... Hey. What are you looking for?
I'm not sure yet, but there has to be some way of opening the door.
Laughing boy over there may beg to differ.
But George, he didn't have a woman's eye for detail.
Tell me about it.
The stone door had sealed us in. No way would we have been able to prise it open.
I mean, we can climb out through here, George.
They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It was a radio. There was no need. Nico was in the same room.
George, what I'm saying is use the radio to call fucking Sophie Eldred.
I wondered if it was an image of Lucifer. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah. A large carving of the tabula veritatis symbol. They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before. It was a castle of saints, Castel de Saints, in Catalonian. It was a tower of tormented souls. They looked like the damned. Marquez had circled one of the figures in the tower and identified her as Magdalena.
This way, right? That's the way she's looking.
I knew it represented the tree of life. I knew it was supposed to be the tree of knowledge.
Ah. So this one's knowledge,
I
right?
knew it was supposed to be the tree of knowledge.
And thus spoke the accused. In the ritual we find Saka, clad in blue, the perfect take the form of the spiritual, and look towards the rising sun, towards the tree of knowledge.
I knew it was supposed to be the tree of knowledge. Red-robed and bare-chested, the statue was nothing if not striking. The figure was facing the blue tree.
The tree of knowledge.
I knew it was supposed...
Okay. Clad in green, the... Oh, yeah. Thus the light of Eden, both green and blue, intertwine with the light of man to become pure. The light of man is red. Pure light, white light. Pure light will win.
The first passage read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun, toward the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life."
Life.
I wondered what it all meant.
Ah.
The second passage read, "And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue, and that the light of life is green.
Green.
For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become
And
pure.
pure.
Knowledge is blue and life is green. Well, that was good to know. I wondered what color was the light of man.
And she's clad in red,
So the
right?
statues on the fireplace mirrored the ritual. Only a true Gnostic would know that. Or someone who had it explained in an old Vatican manuscript taken from a dead priest. The third passage read, "Pure light, white light, pure light will win." So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. Interesting. There was more about light, and somehow the Tabula Veritatis had a connection. Simeon would have known what it all meant, but unfortunately, Simeon was dead. I guessed that finding the tabula was the easy part. Figuring out its purpose was a different proposition. The tabula was engraved with a number of curious-looking symbols. These symbols looked just like the ones on the photograph of the clay tablet. A row of symbols were etched onto the top bar of the tabula. These symbols looked just like the ones on the photograph of the clay tablet. According to the translation, some guy called the Sun King once had the Tabula Veritatis in his possession. The symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis. Getting up close and personal to Ganon's leathery corpse wasn't pleasant, but we had to figure out how to get out of there. It had to be Ganon, in which case the body had been there for decades. There was a bullet hole in the side of his head. Just like us, he'd been trapped. He'd chosen suicide. Ex luce veritas, Out of
A
light,
life truth.
I'd seen the same words on the fresco at Castel de Sons. The long-dead remains of a person slumped over the table with a bullet hole in his skull. It was an old flashlight. It looked like it died around the same time as Ganon. The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame that covered the oil lamp. The medallion fitted snugly into the socket. Whoa, would you take a look at that?
The light from the medallion is illuminating this green figure.
This could be our ticket out of here.
If you're right, that explains why Ganon never got out of here. He didn't have the medallion.
It's in the wrong spot, though.
The ornate lamp warranted a closer look.
I need it to look at the blue. Looking at the people now.
They were all colored red.
Because I needed to look at the tree, right?
I wondered if it was an image of Lucifer. I wondered if... The medallion sat in the frame, casting red light on the far wall of the cave. I knew it was supposed to be the Tree of Knowledge.
No, we got no other medallions. Bro, do you reckon there's other medallions here? Pillar.
I knew it represented the Tree of Life. I knew it was supposed to be the Tree of Knowledge.
Bro, what else are we supposed to do here? George does not interact with the flashlight outside of looking, so if I hover over it, all he can do is look. No, the old torch can only be looked at.
It was an old flashlight.
It doesn't have a cog. Without a cog, I can't do anything.
Oil in the bowl of the lamp. I didn't... Nope. The medallion fitted snugly into the iron frame. It focused light into a beam which shone on the far wall.
Okay, so Mary's looking at Lucifer right now. I'm going to spin her until she looks at the other tree.
I gave the statue another shove.
Why does he jump down immediately? No, unfortunately.
Red-robed and bare-chested, the statue was nothing if not striking. The figure was facing straight towards me.
Okay, so if she turns around, she's looking directly at the sun, right? The sun is the pure light. Pure light, white light is the sun. I'm going to face her at the sun, and then I'm going to put the... yeah, so I'm going to turn her away, and then away again.
I gave the statue another shove.
So right now she's looking at the sun. Bugger.
They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before. That wouldn't... I needed a better... Hey. What are you looking for?
I'm not sure.
It's the same shit. It's A, B, C, D, E.
The symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis.
Sun City region. Enemy city. Two River region. Sunset Mountain. Young cities.
The buildings in the... It depicted the town of... The castle gates. The building in the ring depict...
Bro, this is hard as fuck.
I wondered if Gainon's notes on the photograph might help me decode the tabula.
Well, the glyphs in the Tabula Veritatis are displayed across the screen. Select the glyph, then choose what you believe to be the correct translation from the words on the right-hand side. There are 36 words to choose from in several sets. A button allows you to cycle between the set. Gainon managed to translate the glyphs on the clay tablet, which are the same language as those in the Tabula Veritatis. Translations are shown at the bottom of the screen. You have all you need to translate the glyphs carved into it. Okay, so what's this one? Is that A? What's this? Well, I'm really confused. Because this looks like this symbol and this symbol together. So A and E? I don't know. Hmm. Oh, okay. So young Does city appear again? Or does the word young appear again? Okay, so city is this sort of cat looking thing. And this is young, so I'm looking for the word young. Right? What? Yeah, because enemy cities looks like this. Sun City looks like this. So the cat symbol is that. And T lying on its side must mean young, but I can't find the word young anywhere. I can see young city. But where's young by itself? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. North, east, west, begin. Yeah, but it's gonna say young. Oh, the beginning. Thank you. The beginning. Begin. Sunset. Sun City? Yeah? Is it Sun City? Was that mountain? Do we have the word mountain here? Mountain. Mountain. Yeah, but it doesn't look like the cat thing. The cat thing's city, right? Oh, the word mountain is just a triangle, so I think you must be right. It must be Sun City. Sun line? What the heck does this line mean? Yeah. Mountain Kingdom. What's this? Something sun. Oh, travel. Travel. Okay, this thing. Victory? 4? So maybe 5? Becoming a fan. Do you think it's maybe the number 5? Okay, I need to save because I need to go to bed. Oh my gosh. Really? Alright guys, I need to go to bed, sorry. There'll be more Broken Sword next Thursday. I'll see you guys on Sunday for Action Beta Z. So tomorrow, yeah, we are. Tomorrow is Fun cuts. Tomorrow's fun cuts on the YouTube channel. Night, guys. Saturday will be Euden Chronicles with Beef. Sunday will be Action B to Z. Very excited. Monday is D&D on the VODs channel. Tuesday will be Beef with Euden Chronicles. Wednesday will be the Beef and I playing Crossfire. Oh, also on Sunday day, there'll be a day stream of Beef and I. Then Thursday will be more Broken Sword, guys. So I'll see you then. See you on Thursday for more Broken Sword. Alright, guys. Peace. I'm going to have to upload my recording for the Broken Sword stream. Hey, guys.